Now, if I wanted a cylindrical cut out of this cube, the selected cube, these are the steps. Selecting the cube, going into edit mode, adding edge loops, selecting a bunch of faces which I want to turn into a circle, go into mesh, transform to circle to change the shape of that selection into a circle, press E to extrude, and there you go. That's the cut. And now if I get out of edit mode, there you have it. There is another way. Select the cube, add a Boolean modifier, select the object you want to cut it out from, and then hide it. There you go, it's done. That's the difference. Hey YouTube, this is Saurav Vijeta. Welcome to my Boolean tutorial. So, what is the Boolean modifier? A Boolean modifier requires two objects at the minimum. What it does is, one object can be added on to the other object and combined to one mesh. That is called combined Boolean. Case 2 is when you have two objects and one object wants to remove a part from the other object. That is called difference Boolean. The example I just showed, we removed the cylindrical shape from the cube. That was a difference Boolean. Case 3 is intersection Boolean. When you have two objects and they overlap each other, any geometry which is overlapped, that is intersection. Now I'm going to show you each of these in detail. Now we have a default cube. Let's add another cube, which creates a cube just on top of this. So I'm going to scale it down and bring this just above my box. Okay, now let's see how you actually set up the Boolean modifier. The object you want to edit needs to have the Boolean modifier applied. So for example, this big cube is my main object. I want to remove a part, a smaller cube from it, right? So I am editing the bigger cube. So click on your object, click on add modifier, search for a Boolean and apply the Boolean. Once you apply this, you will have three options: intersect, union, and difference. These are the three I'm going to make you guys understand. First is difference. Remember difference? It's when the other object takes a part out of it. So when you have difference selected, you can select this eyedropper tool. This tool is requesting you which is the other object. What do you want to take out from, right? So I hover over this object and click on this cube. That cube is now selected. And now the Boolean has already been applied. The reason you can't see it is because this is literally active and this is literally active. Obviously, we want to hide this. So when you select this object, you can come to your viewport here, your scene collection, and click on this eye option. That's all you have to do. And when you do that, see, it's already cut, right? So it's as simple as that. So if I click on this eye object, take this, press G, and then I think it was Shift Z. Yeah, Shift Z to isolate on the Z axis. So I don't move on the Z. And now if I move this block, let's say somewhere here, right? And then I hide it, look at that, very clean. And this is just with two cubes. You can do it with absolutely any object, literally any object, any shape. Just remember that those objects need to be closed, okay? It needs to be completely closed. You can't have like one face open, right? The object should not be open. It should be an enclosed object. Then Boolean works really well. Now let's move on to union. If I just click union and I have this box selected, what it basically does is now that box is merged into your original mesh. Like literally, they are just one. But do you see the shading issue again? It's because that reference block is still shown, right? So you select that cube and hide it. But notice how when you hide it now, it's still there. This is basically, look at that, it's one full merged object, right? That is what union did. It literally took that and put it on, it merged it into that, right? I will show you once we apply the modifier, the topology, how it's going to look, but for now, this is it. And the last is intersect. When you click intersect, you see how the main object disappears, but remember, the reference object is still shown. So you go here and you switch that off again, and look at that. The intersecting mesh is the only mesh now, right? That is called intersection Boolean. So let's recap. Difference is when the object takes out or subtracts from the main object. Union is when it adds, and intersection is the overlapping geo, right? That's the main difference. That's all you need to know in Boolean. Now let's actually apply it and then see how our geo is altered, right? So you can see that it's set to difference. I'm going to switch this off, come down here to this arrow and say apply. That's it. Now this Boolean is literally applied. You have literally cut a hole in your cube. If you go into tab, edit mode, there you go. Your geo is completely changed. Look at that. That is how difference works. Now, if I set it to union, switch this off, go here and apply and go to tab, check that out. It's literally an extrusion, right? This is an extruded mesh. You can select this face and move it and see, look at that. It literally alters the main geo. This is union. And the last is intersect. So let me switch that off, go here and apply. And when you go to tab, it should be just a smaller cube. That's it. There are some cases where the Booleans will not work. Why is that? First is you just have bad mesh. There is some non-planar meshes, there are double edges, there is a face on top of the face, duplicate faces. When you have bad mesh or topology, sometimes Boolean will not work. The main object needs to be the closed object. It needs to be closed. So for example, what I mean by that is this cube is literally closed from all the areas, right guys? If I go into edit mode, select the face and delete this face, now this object has an open end, obviously, right? Because you literally have a hole which can go. So just imagine if you have an object and it has a hole somewhere, can water leak into your object? If it can, then Boolean sometimes might not work on those kind of objects. And the third case scenario is if your normal is flipped. That can be one of the reasons as well. Now, Boolean being such a powerful tool, what is the downside of it? The only downside is your topology will get messed up, right? So for example, we'll go back to the difference here, hide this cube. You can see that this looks good, right? And I will come here and apply. But when I go into tab, you can notice that it applied an edge here and here, but it did not do it here and here. This literally is an n-gon, right? So you'll have to go to vertex selection mode, select these two and press the letter J, click this two and press the letter J. Now the Boolean has been applied and you fixed your mesh. And now this is considered good topology again. That's the only thing. It creates bad topology. You have to fix your topology once your Boolean is completed. It's as simple as that. And with that, this video comes to an end and you guys learned the main usage of Boolean and all three main functions of it as well. If you did like this video, subscribe and like, and I will keep creating more content for you guys. Thank you and have a nice day. Saurabh Vijeta signing out.